Hi Cancer, and welcome to your mid-month reading. This is for anybody that has their sun, moon, rising, midheaven, and or their Venus in the sign of Cancer. However, if you just happen to click on this video due to pure interest, curiosity, I won't kill you, I don't bite. There is a message in here for you, and I do hope that you hear all that you need at this time. Let us get into your reading because I pulled extra cards for you and everybody else, so don't want to run over time. Energetically, you will be coming into the Ace of Wands, though, coming into the mid-month, followed by the Five of Swords and the Devil card. Ooh la la. Okay, coming into the obstacles position, so this can be felt from the 15th through the 24th. Energy's fluid, so you may have already experienced this in your recent or distant past, but you have the Three of Pentacles here with the Eight of Swords and the Seven of Swords with the World card. Okay, and then as far as the end of August, the 24th through the 31st, going into September, what you need to focus on in order to overcome any conflicting energies, you have the Seven of Cups, followed by the Ten of Wands, and the Six of Swords. Bottom of the deck, I pulled a couple of cards, and what came out was the Ten of Swords with the Hierophant and the Hanged Man. Okay, we also have the Page of Cups that is here sitting atop the bottom of the deck. So what I'm hearing is that some of you guys might be wanting to experiment and try something new in the bedroom with your partner. Okay, if you are coupled, or if you've been kind of like playing the field, you've been seeing somebody for a little while, you're wanting to spice things up and try something new. This might be a kink that you have, a fantasy that you want to live out, because the Devil card can talk about things that people are usually ashamed to talk about, like taboo topics and things too. So this is about fetishes, and sometimes people just don't even like to speak about sex. So if you haven't had sex yet, you're wanting to open up the conversation to talk about that and whether or not you feel like you and this person are ready for it. But if you are already coupled, again, this is you wanting to try something new in the bedroom. But as far as the obstacles are concerned, you are afraid of asking them to join in on this new adventure or this new experience, right? With this Three of Cups, you might be wanting to have a ménage à trois. Whew. Okay. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi ce soir? Yes, that song came through. Now, this is not for everybody, and so you understand this. And so you have fears of presenting this idea to your person because you don't want them to think any differently about you or about the relationship, right? What you might be doing behind their back, maybe even in this Seven of Swords, they might think that you are going to sneak and do this anyway if they don't agree to do it, right? You just don't want there to be any unnecessary pressure that surrounds you wanting to present this idea, right? And trying something new. You don't want them to, what is that called? You don't want to emasculate your partner either, or just put your woman down, right? If this is a woman that you're wanting to present this idea to, because you don't want them to think that you aren't satisfied, right? That there is something that is wrong with them as a person. But what you need to focus on and just be optimistic about is that you've chosen the right person that you can be open and honest with, because with this Seven of Cards, that is an open invitation, right? Somebody who is open-minded in a sense, that wouldn't mind trying something new. They feel like they will have nothing to lose. You may feel like you will just ask them anyway because you have nothing to lose, or you feel like you don't have anything to lose if they ask you something. It's worth a shot, right? Because in your mind, worst case scenario is it doesn't work out. It's not something that you found to really be of enjoyment for you, and then you guys can just go back to the basics. I want to say missionary so bad because that came through, but if that's what you prefer, you know, this is being okay with going back to that. This is being okay with going back to leading that traditional role in a relationship, or going back to how things were, right? Being more conventional and not really exploring any more options or trying any more interesting things in that sense. Just approach this person with a lighthearted attitude, right? Don't be too serious about it, and you won't get a negative response. That is here. Make sure that they can feel like they can trust you with the things that they tell you, okay? So don't be childish. Don't go and run and tell your business, because it's not for everybody. There are some people that are spiteful and they will use what you tell them against you. So just be careful about that. Okay, that's coming through. So if this is not about trying new things, this is just about somebody that is trying to sabotage you and your reputation. I feel like some of you guys have come into a position of power, and other people might not like that so much. Why is this not focused? There we go. Okay, I feel like some people have been doing some digging up dirt on you. There's nothing worse than a group of people that coalesce only because they come together because they mutually just don't like you. There's nothing worse than those type of people, but they do exist, right? And so just be very careful with who you tell your business to. Then even if this is not about like sex, but just as far as what you're doing and the goals that you have, because they very well might be trying to use that information against you. Sometimes I would say that Cancerians can be paranoid, and for no good reason. But in this situation, and because these three, I forget what they're called, it's not English, I forget what their names are, but because they are a light shade of purple, this is really trusting your intuition this month, right? Knowing who's good for you and who is not good for you, knowing what to share and what not to share, so you can save yourself a lot of trouble and entering into a karmic cycle by just being a little bit more careful with yourself and your energy and who you give it out to. Okay, coming into the end of the month, always take the higher road. Always take the high road. It doesn't even matter if people are saying negative, nasty things about you. Don't believe it, right? Don't get defensive, because then that makes other people like perk up, you know, and be like, oh, well, this is a little suspect because they're defensive. So how much truth is there to the matter of the situation? You know what I'm saying? Don't give people the time of day. Just be mature. Make sure you're not doing this to other people though, and being immature with this Page of Cups that is here. Be able to look yourself in the mirror, okay? Know that you've done the best that you can and that you are the best person that you could be in this day and age, okay? And sleep well at night knowing that you didn't put somebody's reputation on the line, that you weren't doing anything to jeopardize the livelihood or the health and well-being of an individual, okay? Anybody that does something like that and wants to be that negative, just let them do that, because they'll be playing by themselves or playing with this little group of people that, you know, want to sit in that low vibrational energy. But you are above that. You've come too far to go back on your old ways, because I feel like some of you guys maybe were like that before when you were younger, and you're seeing how like petty and useless it is now at your age. So yeah, learn that lesson and integrate that, so that you never have to be involved with these type of people or this type of energy again, okay? If this is about like your spirituality though, I feel like a lot of you guys are trying to find your way back home, having a difficult time with that. How am I trying to say that? It's like you miss, or you're longing for that oneness with the universe. A lot of you guys have been caught up in like a performance trap, and that's really kind of signaled or put you into shock to make you realize like, okay, none of this is really more important than my spirituality and my spiritual well-being and being in alignment with myself. I feel like a lot of what you've been doing has been chipping away at you. Some of you guys have been having a hard time with, or you're battling with addiction or depression. Okay, and some way to alleviate that pain would be for you to seek out counsel, spiritual advisor, or just get immersed back into spirituality, or just read positive words of affirmation, or just find some sort of channel that can give you hope, because I feel like some of that has been lost. It's kind of like you've been doing the same thing for so long and you're tired of it, you know? At some point it's got to give. At some point you have to just let this go. You guys are getting a little too old to be playing the same game, okay, and living in the same cycle. Like, you realize this, and so you're wanting to seek more help. But it's like you've had to hit rock bottom with this Ten of Swords. You've had to incur a lot of losses before it really registered for you how serious it is for you to get your life back in order, okay? And so you surrender your life to God. You surrender your life to the universe. You surrender your life to just doing better, you know? You take a vow to do better, to no longer be in this position of being self-deprecating, okay? And that changes everything for you. That gets the ball rolling, okay? So yeah, I'm not really seeing anything about career, so just keep doing what you're doing in that. My only advice as far as the Three of Pentacles being here and that speaking on finances would be just working more with a team instead of trying to be so independent. Taking into account other people and hearing them out. I'm getting that with the entire row that is in the obstacles position, with the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and the World card. Being open to criticism, constructive criticism, so that the workplace can only benefit from that. So that you as a person can benefit from that. I feel like some of you, though, might be getting an award. It's long overdue. You thought it necessarily wasn't going to happen. I don't know why I always say necessarily, because that didn't necessarily make sense in the spot that was in. You feel me? But yeah, it's long overdue. You guys didn't think that it was going to happen. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you haven't been delegating in work, learn how to delegate more so that you don't feel like you're handling all the responsibilities and everybody else has it so much easier than you do. Make sure that you have work-life balance, that you work and or play as much as you are working. Make sure that you take appropriate rest when you need to. I feel like some of you guys have been working yourselves up to the point of exhaustion, okay? And so as you get older, your body can't handle the same things as it was able to when you were younger or growing up. So you're going to have to change some of your habits, okay? And that all starts with the way that you think about what you can put up with, okay? So, excuse me, get that into balance. But a lot of you guys are working in the jobs, like your dream job, and fulfilling your life purpose. So just make sure that you are taking care of yourself in the process, that you don't get lost in the sauce, okay? So that's what's coming up for you guys as far as chakras are concerned. Your throat chakra is here. Your third eye, again, crown chakra, under active, so make sure that you heed your own personal intuition always. Your sacral chakra is here, and if I did not say root chakra, that is here and it's a little underactive. In your heart chakra, expand that more, open yourself up more to love and to life itself. And if you don't know how to do that, I will leave the link in the description box below. But at this time, definitely give me a thumbs up if this resonated. Share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.